IDC, Strange Shelf Fellows. It looks like the fourth take of F through L was the success, so that's up now. And just in the interest of just go ahead and getting through the thread, I'm trying to do. I'm going to do another one. Since I recorded the last one just now, I have actually put myself together a little bit more. Got myself some coffee, very needed. Cheers, DC. Yeah, I'm gonna start taking my glasses off, which is such a nerdy thing to say, but you know, it's true that looking at some of the early videos I made, the glare on the lenses was pissing me off completely. So I'm taking them off, which reduces the glare, but it also means that I do things like peer very annoyingly at the counter like that. So just, you know, humor me. It's the struggles of the nearly blind over here. Oh, here it is. Playing in the background is Johnny Barnes. I talked about it in, I think, in the first video I made for this thread. So I thought I'd put it on. Alright, we're going to keep on going. The letter M. I am interested in label variations, color variations. So there's the Mamas and the Papas with the scroll over the toilet. Over here on this side. That side, yeah. Covering the toilet, and then the not as common full black band surrounding the entire thing and cropping the picture. I don't have the one with the toilet, that's much harder to find. But I do like label variations, so I do keep those up here in my collection. Okay, I nearly got rid of this at a record swap, and nobody else wanted it, and I was actually kind of happy because holding on to it, the song, I kind of felt goofy because it is such a goofy record, but this is the sort of person that I am. It's the Ethel Merman disco album, and it's terrible, but it's also really funny, and it's really good. Disco version of this business, like show business, and I got rid of them, and it's terrible, but it's hysterical, and it's in my collection, and it's just one of those things that I have. And if I'm gonna be honest about what my record collection looks like, I gotta include Ethel Merman. All right. Joni Mitchell's Blue. Everybody has this record, so do I. I have to admit to having never listened to it. But I respect it, and I respect what it is in music history, and so I keep a nice copy, and I keep it up here so that anytime that I feel so motivated to hear Joni Mitchell's Blue, I can go right to it. I can put it on. I don't have to wait. I don't have to download it. I don't have to do anything. It's right here. And there are a couple of records like that in my collection, and this is one of them. This is actually sort of one of a newer addition to my record collection up here, and this is represented. Yeah, I'm going to turn this down. Hang on a minute. Alright, that's a little bit better. This actually is representational of how the VC has inspired me and educated me. I've had this record for years and years and years, never paid such attention to it. It's been in the basement. And I think on the Facebook page, which I've had to back away from just because it was taking hours and hours out of my day, but somebody showed this and was talking about how great it was, and I was like, crap, I recognize that. Damn it. So I went down to the basement, I dug it out, and it is really good. So I got water in the basement, so it's damaged here, but the vinyl is clean, and it plays really well. So, I'm not even sure who this kid is. Georges Moustaki? So yeah, this is a really good record, and so I brought it upstairs. So this is why I really like being part of the VC, because I learn new things, and it inspires me to go find things, either, you know, go find them out in the shop, or just go find them down in the basement, because I haven't, and I didn't know what I had. Letter N, this is Nacha Pop. This is representational of me kind of, I don't want to say branching out, because that makes me sound so fucking American and, you know, so regionalistic, but it's taken me a while to realize, pathetically, that really great rock and roll comes in more languages than just English. I have to admit it has. And so this is something that I got, I don't know, I got at a thrift situation, and it's, well, truthfully, I don't know what language this is. But it's a really great record. So this is me finally realizing that I needed to, you know, look at all sections, and I need to give everything a chance, because I may not understand the lyrics. For me, I don't, you know, lyrics sometimes are secondary to how the music moves me, and this is a good example of it. Willie Nelson's The Red-Headed Stranger. This is finally made it upstairs into the record collection because my mom kept crowing about how great this record was, and I could say, yeah, I have it, I've never heard it, yeah, I have it, I've never heard it, I kept saying, and so finally I brought it upstairs and I heard it, and it was really great. Willie Nelson's Red-Headed Stranger is up here because, you know, even, you know, my folks still have good musical tastes. This is letter O, and this is a representation, well, again, of something that I've had for years, but never given it a chance, never spun it, and I happened to be down in the basement, and I was looking at something else, I was like, oh yeah, I never remember that record, I don't know where I got that from, but I should bring that upstairs, because again, kind of an oddity, and this is really great, man. Some of the songs, let's see, he does a cover of The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, which is outrageously good, and side 2 is, the first song is Beware of the Flowers, because I'm sure they're gonna get you, yeah, which, you know, I mean, great sort of garagey punk sound and stuff. I don't know who this cat is or anything about him, but this is really great, and I've had it, again, I don't know how long I've had it, and it was, I'm sure it was a thrift situation, probably got it for a couple dollars, just because I didn't know who it was, and I thought I'd give it a try. Oh man, okay. Alright. Still with letter O. Now, this is one of those things that, like, people who know what's on this record are like, yeah! And the people that don't know what's on this record are like, you cannot possibly truly be certain the Osmonds. No, seriously, I am. If you don't know the title track to this song, pause me, open up YouTube in the browser, and find them doing this song. You will not fucking believe that this is the Osmonds. I have played this title track for I don't know how many people and not told them who it was. And I just let them listen to it. And they're like, man, this is outrageous, this is really good. And then I show them the screen, and they're like, no fucking way. The Osmonds Crazy Horses, man. Crazy. And this is like the Gentry that I showed in the early video, like top 1,000, where, you know, the Osmonds, who everybody thinks that they know, had this other career where they were like crazy sight. Crazy Horses, man. Alright, letter P. Now this is, I don't know, I should have the record moving by now. I don't know why it's up here. And so, you probably never heard anybody say this in the VC ever, say, I've got to find a copy of Moving by Peter, Paul, and Mary, because everybody has that record, and it's in all the thrifts, but I've got to go find it. Anyway, this record and Moving, another album by them, was in heavy rotation in my family when I was a kid. And in fact, it's probably going to show up in the 5, 10, 15, 20 video that I do. But heavy rotation. And I really like Peter, Paul, and Mary. I think the harmonies and the harmonies I think are great, and there's a lot here to appreciate. It's just how I learned about harmony. These early stereo recordings were recorded such that you'd have, you'd have Paul Stookey in one ear singing his lower register parts, bass, baritone. You'd have Peter Yarrow in the other ear singing his tenor part, and then Mary Travers was balanced between both. And if you had the speakers, you could put your head between them, and on the old hi-fi stick you could turn off the left speaker or the right speaker and just hear Paul Stuckey sing, or just hear Peter Yarrow sing. And I spent a lot of my adolescence with my head between two speakers, fiddling with the left-right knob, and learning about harmony, and learning how notes related to each other. And so I got two sort of educations out of this record and then their Movin' album, which was just the singing itself and the songs, and it was really my introduction to folk music. My parents weren't big Dylan fans or anything like that. This was folk music in my house. Excuse me. And also harmony and how songs were put together. And these early stereo recordings, Simon & Garfunkel's first album, I think, very first album, is built the same way. Some of the Beach Boys are built the same way. And so they were really important to me. So Peter, Paul, and Mary. The letter Q, it took me a long time to get a record that was the letter Q that wasn't Queen. And this is it. And I don't have hardly anything that's punk in my collection. Punk is really hard to find around here in a thrift situation. There's a guy that's actually a friend of mine, but he got all of it. You know, he got all of it, and he's still out there looking for it. He's got the money to put into it more than I do. So it's nice to have that friend I can listen, but it's really hard to get. So this is one that a different friend sold me and really promoted me to have, and I'm glad I did. So this is Suzi Quatro's record. How am I doing on time? I got 3 minutes. Alright. I'm going to do this right here. This is letter R, and this is just an example of how lucky I have been in a thrift situation. This is the original Ronettes. And there's a split, great picture on the back right there. I'll show you the label there. Presenting the fabulous Ronettes. I very nearly swallowed my tongue when I ran across this at a yard sale, and some lady was selling all these old, girl group records for, like $2 a piece. Seriously, my eyeball thing fell out of my head. And this is how I've built my collection. It's just going out and going out and going out and digging and digging and digging. And sometimes it's worth it when you come across something like this. Let's see here. I'm going to take a break. Let me see the next is the letter S. I should probably wait. I'm going to close this one out here with the letter R and pick it back up with the rest of the alphabet. And this one is done, folks. Yes. So again, DC cheers to everybody. Hope you're all doing good. And if this son of a bitch uploads, I'll be right back with the last and next one. Bye.